Hi guys, it's me again, Clem from Wonderwords, and today I'm going to share with you my top 5 of the books I read this spring, because summer is in today, so it's time for me to do this. So this season I read actually a lot of pretty good books, and it was actually hard for me to choose 5 books, not 10, 5 books I really like this season. But first of all, I'm going to share and to remember you very quickly what I read in March, April and May. So let's get started. First, in March I read The End of the Baskerville by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read Andromaque by Racine, and I gave it also 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read Lola and the Boy Next Door, to which I gave 4.75 out of 5 stars. And finally, I read Isla and the Happily Ever After, to which I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. April, I first read The Maltese Falcon by Dashiell Hammett, to which I gave 4.4 out of 5 stars. Then I read To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han, to which I gave 5 out of 5 stars, and also P.S. I Still Love You, still by Jenny Han, and I also gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And finally, I read Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, the first book in the Dark Artifices trilogy, and it was a reread, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, obviously. And finally, in May, I read Always and Forever Lara Jean, to which I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And last but not least, I read Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So here's all the books I read this season. So now I'm going to get started into my top 5 of the books I read. So at the 5th place we have Isla and the Boy Next Door. No, it's not that, it's Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. I really enjoyed this book. This book was really amazing, and it was a good conclusion to the Anne and the French Kiss trilogy. It's at the 5th place because it was good, and because I read better book this season, and it was sweet. Even though I think my favorite is still Anne and the French Kiss, this one was good and it was cute. I really enjoyed the relationship between Josh and Isla. They were so cute, but there were stuff that I didn't like for example, sometimes Isla insecurities were a little bit a pain in the ass, and her sister was really a bitch and I didn't like her, so yeah, but it was still a good book. Then at the 4th and 3rd place, I don't know which one is 3rd, which one is 4th, but we have To All the Boys I Loved Before and P.S. I Still Love You, the first 2 books in the trilogy of To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. I really enjoyed these books. When I think now that I didn't want it to read this book, I'm like, no, why was I thinking that? Like, those books are really amazing. I loved it. They're so cute and so perfect, like good contemporary. I loved it so much. The 3rd one, I had more trouble with it, but it was still good. But the first 2 were like amazing. I think it could have stayed a duology, like where the 2nd book ended, it was enough for me, and yeah, I loved it so much. Lara Jean and Peter are my babies forever. I love them so much. I even think that I'm going to buy the books in the beautiful hardcover because I love those books so much, and I think that one day I'm going to reread it. Like, when I'm not going to feel good, I'm going to read this and it's going to be better, I'm sure of it. At the 2nd place we have Gemina by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, so it's the 2nd book in the Illuminae Files trilogy. This book, I don't know if this book was better than the first one. I think no, they're all really unique, so I can't really compare them because each one of them is telling a different story, and I like this one. Like, I'm not going to spoil you, but there is an element in it that I absolutely love. they're talking about a theory that I love, and when I saw that it was in the book, I was completely sold. Like, I was like, okay, I love it. And from then on, I turned the page so quickly and I wanted to see what would happen next, and I love this book so much. And finally, and I think it's not a surprise, the first one is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Oh my dear God, this book completely destroyed me. Like, I still haven't made a review for it, even on Goodreads. The only thing that's written on Goodreads for me, it's you finish this book, and I written just no. And I can't phantom my thoughts into a good reviews, like into something that will be understandable for everyone, because I don't know, and I'm also in a huge denial about what's happening at the end of this book. And yeah, my heart broke too many times and I was happy too many times. Like, I went in this emotional roller coaster and I loved it. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more of us, to give this video a thumbs up, and to share this with anyone. And yeah, if you read any of the books I mentioned, leave it down below. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye guys!